Hi, my name is Melanie Babydoll Wallace, and I am the author of My Foundation. So I have had some wonderful experiences at the book fairs. And I just want to tell you, so this is new for me. Of course, I had never experienced being at a book fair and being an uh, highlighted spotlight author. So it was very exciting and very interesting. So of course, you have to, I experienced, thankfully, because I have an author friend and I was able to enjoy her to events. So I kind of got a gauge of what I needed, what I didn't. I made a note, and then I actually have two friends, two friends who have books, and I was able to spend time with them and enjoy their events, but also see and figure out what worked and what didn't work for me. And that's what I'll explain to you. If you ever are doing anything, I don't care what you're doing, it's always good to get someone to help you. Go and volunteer for someone that's doing the same thing you're doing. You're learning from them. You're experiencing. You can see what it is. So when it comes up to you to do it, you already know what to do. So I already had a plan. I had already, I'm a planner. I had already planned and set up like my table. I did a mock setup at the house, figured out how I was going to set up my table and what I was going to do. I got a tablecloth. I did all that good stuff. And so then I got there and I had an amazing time. Well, honey, I learned a lot. You still going to learn. So while I was there, I made sure I had scrap paper. So when I learned something, for instance, I knew how to do Cash App and cash, but I didn't know how to do credit cards. And then I found there's somebody that does credit cards. They showed me where to go buy it and how to use the credit card thing. And I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And of course, when you're speaking out loud, the beautiful phone that hears everything you say, all of a sudden it showed me an app. There's an app where you can take payments for your products. I did not know that. I'll look into that. So I'm like, okay, so now because I want to be in a position where I can take credit cards, Cash App, or cash when I am out promoting myself and selling books, because not everybody has cash or Cash App. So I'm like, so anyway, you live, you learn. So honey, they got modern conveniences and apps and stuff. Wow. So now I know I got to look into that. Also, I learned that, how I had my setup. I saw many other people that had different setup. Oh, I like that. I didn't like that. Oh, that worked. Now I may tweak a couple of things for what I do. But the one thing I learned while I was there, and my good friend was with me, and she actually is the one who made me realize it. So my background is in sales. I was a manager, and I was a sales associate, and I came from customer service. My first career, 25 years I spent in retail, and I've been 20 years in January. I'll have 20 years in education. Of course, they overlapped. And the thing about me is I can sell anything, but I didn't think to sell me. So while I was there, at first I kind of sat around, I kind of walked. I don't like to sit around. So I kind of sat down, then I said, good morning. And we were right near a door. Hello, hello. And I spoke to everybody. And then somebody came over. Oh, what is this? And just the salesperson. Well, I am the author, and this is my book, My Foundation. It shows you where to come from, where you start from to where you want to get. And it shows how you can set goals and get to where you want to be. And I just start telling my story, how I started off wanting to go overseas and nobody would help me. And now I've been to over 50 plus countries because of my voice, but also because of my persistence, because I was focused. And so the point was, I realized somebody had beautiful lights and all this extra spectacular stuff. I had a very simple setup, a simple table, but I was able to sell myself and speak and talk to people, and people were engaged, and they came to my table, and I was able to sell books, not only to people that I knew, but to people I never met, because I was able to tap in to the saleswoman in me. So what I would say is, even if you don't feel you're ready, like I said, there's no set time. If you're selling something, it can be jewelry, it could be a book, it could be, you got hot dogs, whatever. You should consider being in these kind of events, because it's a good way to get out and figure out what works, what doesn't work, and try to figure out how you will stand out. I stand out because I am a saleswoman at heart. And that's what I just realized. So I am so grateful for the experience, and I can't wait to do some more events. I have one more live one coming up soon. And that's it. So I'm very excited. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.